Yeah.
Start flowing.
So yeah, both cameras are rolling, so
Yep.
we good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So today's topic is going to be on prophecy as we get in, as we draw closer to the end. So let's give praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
Give double honors to our elders that taught us this truth. Salutes to the sincere elect out there. We almost out of this bitch. In this year of apostates, sellouts, and agents, and in the time of Jacob's trouble. Give me what you got, Elder, bro.
Right, this is Amos 5:18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai."
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing now.
God.
And many of people, you got the fake Israelites and the Christians, and woe means destruction. And then you got the other nations, the Goyim nations. You got the 2/3, and that's woe means destruction. And the woe's coming upon them.
Yep.
Lord willing, we're gonna be the waft exempt from that, as it says in Ezekiel. Lord willing that we get the exemption, but the woes is coming. Right, the destruction is coming.
It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not
darkness. So we have the light now.
God.
The light, literal light. We got the literal light. Right? We're not under a dark cloud. You gonna say something?
No, that's the understanding of the scriptures.
Yeah. So, and that takes us from being under the dark cloud of lies. The philosophies of this world and all the other, so-called religions. We're in the light. We've got the truth, and also we can see clearly what's coming down the pipe.
Yep.
Right, we can identify it spiritually, academically. What's the other one? On all levels. So we ain't under those that dark cloud of darkness. Yeah, carry on with that in Amos.
I could read in the NLT as well.
Yeah.
It says in Amos 5:18, what in the NLT now, New Living Translation, what sorrow awaits you, who say, if only the day of the Lord were here. You have no idea what you are wishing for. The day will bring darkness and not light.
The army, from what I've just heard, one of the elder Apostle Tahar's, one of his videos, which a lot of them now have to do with prophecy, the time we're living in. The army know that there's they've been talking about what they call it, Armageddon. Armageddon, mountain of troops. That's a literal place. Armageddon, which is when you get into the word Mashaphat, that's also mentioned in Joel, and Armageddon is mentioned in Revelation, Revelation 17. Lord willing, we're going to bring out some of these these prophecies, these scriptures on the prophecies that the time we're living in, because that's why we're here, right? To edify, our people, the elect, and anybody else. You got the great crowd too, right? Who were watching and listening and learning. Continue to do that.
Yep. This is got another precept as well. This is Acts 17. Or do you want me to read Amos 5:18 again?
Bring out what you got, and then we're gonna go back to it.
This is Amos 17, not Amos 17. Acts 17 and verse 6. It says, "And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also." The reason why, of course, I brought that out is because as prophets, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will bring out these words, of course, the words, the true breakdown of the scriptures, and as well as we're pretty much making known the matters of which are hidden that not many people are aware of right now. So, of course, just by us exposing, these devils, their own tongue has fallen upon themselves, because they're the ones exposing themselves, as you know, from the EP files, the PDFs. As well as that's one situation. Then you got, the world war. Well, you got the mini wars that are going on right now too. But of course, as we're bringing it out with the understanding of the scriptures, with the perspective of the scriptures, this is also part of bringing the world upside down. When I say the world, the Esau system upside down.
All right, now a precept just come to mind. just come to my mind. Jeremiah 8. You know the one.
Go on.
Yeah, to back up what you just read.
Jeremiah
'Cause
8.
Lord willing, we're going to keep it simple. Right now,
Yeah.
we're talking about mini wars, which when you hear about the word snowball effect, right? Snowball starts off small and it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Now, but we know the MOTB is lined up. The digital currency is all lined up. Jacob Trouble is here, and they're going to win the, for those that go bowling. When Yahushua come, he's going to be the icing on the cake, but they're going to be all, these skittles are all going to get licked down. Blam, 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 blam. Don't forget the New World Order as well, right? And yeah, there's precepts to what we're going to do today. We're going to expose a lot of these things, So when after you get that,
So okay, how does
Jeremiah 8, the prophets that were here before me have come.
20,
you know the one.
Down, so
Yeah. Since you brought that out, in way of reminder, that's what prophets did always. Mm-hmm. People were worried, and don't get it twisted. Volker Malone and even Trump has said it, and even the one before Trump, that Sleepy Joe was that guy before Trump?
Or Joe Biden?
He mentioned about we don't want to hear about that doom, and it may well be doom.
Yeah,
and that's only to the false prophets and to those that want to build this WW free.
I got a piece of it.
Yeah.
So this is Jeremiah.
Get the dust off this.
Yeah, Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence."
And it's always been that. It's always been that way with prophets. They didn't like when was it Samuel when he came and visited?
Yeah,
have you come peacefully? Yep. Yeah. And today, that's why they do shadow banding. Brothers have got their testimonies. The shadow banding, the taking down the videos. It had a peak until eventually was that woman, the CEO of YouTube,
Susan
Wojcicki was deleted. And I just have to give praise to that because that woman was too much. She was hell. But the point is that you can't. There's nothing you can do against the truth. But only controversy just breeds more interest.
Yeah, it's true. It's attention.
And when we be putting up them prayers, man. Saying Shalak, putting curses on this place. And don't forget the Alawan Palau, right? The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. I think I made a little quick point of it, but I'm gonna elaborate it a little bit more in this video. What we do behind the scenes, the Alawan Palau, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, happens in front of the scenes. It works. Just like Esau. He's got his witches, their soothsayers, the people that they be putting spells. Everything's behind the scenes, right? Yeah, all of them. Everything they be doing behind the scenes, and on the left hand side, we don't want to get into what happened. Well, we can do, but we're going to scratch the surface with what happened with Egypt and Pharaoh and his Jambres, his soothsayers, magicians. They did things. They duplicated the frogs. They duplicated a lot of things that Moses did, and a lot of the time they're witches. They be working behind the scenes, and a lot of it is what they call it. When they're going to carry out, there's a thing. Rituals. A lot of them rituals can last for long. People that are behind in the music business, let's be spilling out too, and things, all kinds of things that you wouldn't imagine. Children, and just say this: children be going missing, and we be touching a lot on the Epstein, but that can't. The prophets, we're going to be touching on whatever the Spirit of the Lord wants us to be bringing out. We're bringing it out. Them rituals, children going missing, flesh eating, adrenochrome. Yep. And we speak a bit in code, as well.
Yeah. They literally have a code for, whenever they want to order a certain type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
They say this word on the email. A brother was analyzing it. Yeah. And then it was broken down to us, man. But yeah,
there was something called. I'm going to say it because it'd be all right. Yeah. When I used to go to the supermarkets, not so much now. You used to be able to get beef, dried beef, right?
Go on.
But it's called beef jerky.
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm saying it in
yeah.
context.
Go. Yeah, that's one of the codes right,
Right?
there.
In the supermarkets, and you can still get them in some of these health shops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just dried beef. That's all. But yeah, we know, and also, what else can we order if we're hungry? Something made with tomato sauce and bread. Tomato sauce, cheese, and bread.
Yeah, cheese is another
tomato.
one.
You know, pizza.
Oh well, yeah.
And when you drive and you're going to visit someone, you might have to go for a gate. So you drive for a bit of cold. Pizza gate. You go to the gate. You know, coming out of somewhere, you're coming through a gate. You're hungry. You just yam your pizza. Pizza gate. And if you're still not full up, you might get some jerk. Some beef jerky. Anyway, those who know.
Yeah, man.
But
hot dog. I got the
these people are too much, bro. But we're on to you, right? Because you know what, Yashua Allah don't he's the best chess player. He don't take an L yet. Yahweh, right? Under Yahweh is Yahushua. Yahushua don't take no L's.
Nope.
On the earth, he was doing that. It was a victory because he says that take care. You may have peace. I have overcome. So that was a victory. They thought it was an L. No, it wasn't an L.
He was playing the long game.
Yeah. Oh, well said.
Go on.
Yeah.
So, got another one here. This is Psalm 64, verse 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." In the NLT, it also says, "Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers." Because of course, you know, they got their sacrifices that they make as well, and of course they need to, you know, use people for it too.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those who know, you know, that's also part of that secret council as well, man. You know, we're protected from all of that.
Yeah.
You know, bullshit that Esau be doing. You know, that's why again, as the scripture says, Psalms 34 verse 7, the angels of the Lord encamp around them that fear him.
Yeah.
You know, not to stray away from the topic, just a quick one.
No. Well said. So yeah, let's bring out Revelation. This is on point with as far as what time where we're at now. Revelation 12. Let's start from around. Yep. Let's start with 12.
All right, Revelation 12 and verse 12. All right, this is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath."
The devil, right, is the incarnate, that what they call the white man, incarnate, which is the devil, and he's very good with words. You know, one of the men that's leading the charge right now is Nero. Or Trump is very good with words. The scriptures say that he's more stout than his fellow. Yeah. So they're good at deceiving. They're subtle.
That's why you're referred to as the cunning hunter.
Yeah.
Esau, and of course, as he says, subtle. You know, there's no other creature that is more subtle than the serpent.
Yeah. So that's some more woes, as same way how people design the day of the Lord. You know, it's woe, right? Destruction upon them if they're not covered. You know, by the Rakar Kodash, right? Or that mark, the Dawaf.
What the
Wada. Yeah, that's in Ezekiel, innit?
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 9 or 9 or 4? You don't have to bring it out.
Anyway. It's 9 or 4.
The Spirit wants it to come out. But but we're, you know, the elect will be covered. Lord willing, we endure to the end. We will be covered by the Dawaf, right? Exempt from destruction and punishment and that woe. Yep. Carry on.
So Revelation 12 and verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto
Satan is angry, right? Satan, the devil, is angry. Why is that? Carry on. It's going to explain it.
Come on now. Yeah. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Yeah, in context, because with the what's happening now with the Iran, the US has struck them, right? They've done away with the guy, the head, You know, some
Well,
say
they're on.
bring him up, just bring him up,
Yeah.
because I always butcher his name. But is it about regime change or what he be saying? Because it's very, you have to be very analytical and you know, understand these devils. They game, what they call it, double speech.
Yeah.
And what did he say? He said they was gonna strike us. We was, you know, they got these weapons, which yeah, they do have these weapons, and we was worried if they were gonna strike us. So we have to draw the first what did Blood say? They drew first blood in the movie First Blood. I like, and that's one of my favorite movies with First Blood with hold on, his name's gonna come to me. Rocky 3. Who starred in Rocky 3 again? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, come.
So what they're saying is we have to draw first blood because there was what Trump is saying. Nero 47 is saying we struck them because they were going to strike us first.
That's what.
But you draw first blood. Back to the Rambo movie, First Blood movie. They drew first blood, but I got the revenge in the end. You drew first blood. And you know, the bully goes around starting trouble on everybody. The scriptures back that up too. But they end up after it, and a lot of their own analysts, war analysts, advisors, professors are coming out and saying, "What is he doing?" They're not happy. A lot of his own analysts, war advisors, professors. I've been watching some of the, you know, brothers' TikTok videos and stuff, and brothers' videos saying, "What is he doing? This is madness. This is chaos."
Yeah. I got it.
And they're right. Yep.
Yeah, it says Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader since 1989, was killed in a joint U.S.-Israeli airstrike, 28th February 2026.
They're saying this ain't gonna be no Nicholas. What is his name?
Maduro.
This ain't gonna be that. This is another thing. This is something else.
Venezuela was like a practice run.
Yeah. They're saying that no, he did that for regime change. This ain't gonna be that. In so many words, obviously we're gonna have to cipher through certain things. The scriptures don't tell us. The scriptures are the basis for what the prophets stand on. They're the receipts, and we're gonna watch how things play out now. Scriptures, certain things that we saying, it's like, yeah, they're gonna have to be peace and security first. Anyway, we know about the MOTB, digital currency, the WW3, the NOR, NWO. I have to use code, you know. Because sometimes I'll be watching, you know, they'll be doing certain things when you mention a certain word in full. So we're just using a bit of code here. The NWO, right, which we know what's that short for.
Yeah.
So it's a snowball effect, and we're just gonna watch it build and build and build and build and build. And woe unto them, right, who are not under the right, the exemption from that punishment. They're gonna be running here and there, as the scripture says in Amos 5. You know, lean on the escape from a lion, right, and think, yeah, it's cushy. Let's start a fire here. We escape from the lion. Shut the door. Let's put the coal on the fire. Sit down, and they're gonna look around, and the bear's gonna be in the yard. Remember Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but there ain't gonna be no Goldilocks and the Three Bears, mate. Gonna be that lion gonna be hungry, and you're gonna say, oh shit, we have to move, keep it moving, because you know a lot of them Edomites, they like to go hiking and trekking and living out there in the woods and camping. So when you get away from the bear, you find another little shack, a vacated shack. You set up in there, and next thing you know, it's infested with serpents. Yeah. You lie down in there. Oh shit! I'm getting bitten up. Yeah, I'm putting it, making kind of, I'm putting it in a sarcastic way. But that's how it is. It's already like that for you anyway. We saw how you are. You know, a lot of you Edomite women be doing your videos in your car, saying what's going on. Wait, you try to redline us when you get into that word. As a matter of fact. I want to get, because I'll be learning some stuff about Esau. Everything's coming out about you. We learned his criminal record, his background check is long. As a matter of fact, let's look up that word redlining up. Everything's coming out about these devils. You're a criminal. You are the real. I'm saying you really hid your lies, man. You hid it good. You know, a criminal, right? Like Esau, right? Esau be doing background checks on some of these. They call them, criminals. Really, they're just two bob villains, right? Oh, he's done that when he was younger. Oh, what's happened with that guy? One of the rappers that was caught.
Gets.
Gets.
Yeah.
And they said he had done some stuff. Gets.
Yeah, he got 9 years in prison now.
Is it 9? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 9
been
years.
sentenced.
Yeah.
He had done some stuff. When he was younger, they said the judge sentenced him. Said we ain't gonna use that against him. He never had no compared to what. Yes, he was wicked. He was a rapper, and he probably, I don't know if he sold his soul. Brothers who know about all that side of it, no. But he ain't really nothing, man, compared to what Esau has done. What did he do? He licked over. He was driving, drink and driving. Was it reckless driving?
Yeah.
And someone, it looked like an Elam was knocked over. Hit and run. I think they got him for hit and run. But he's just an average like Jake that come out of the ghetto, wants to try and make a name for himself, which we're not promoting. That's off anyway. That's off. Jake, we're better than that, right? We're raw people, right? But Jake don't know that. Obviously, 2/3 don't know that. Right? 2/3 have to be carved. They're gonna come back in their right minds. But yeah, when I watched a little bit of it on when they showed the CCTV.
Hit and run.
I think they got him for hit and run, reckless driving, something to that effect.
Yeah.
And it would look like an Elam. I think he deleted him eventually. The guy was on the bike. But he might have obviously had something to drink, too much to drink, and he was driving. He wanted to get somewhere, come from somewhere, and it was just, wasn't properly in his right mind with, clouded, drunken driving. But anyway, they make sure that they paste that on the on the news, because Jake has to be the face of crime, but he doesn't compare to what you did, and that's wrong and that's off.
Yeah.
And we have to point that out that that's off, because Jake is supposed to be doing better than that, especially the times we're living in now. This truth is all over the place. But when you get into Esau's criminal record, what's redlining? Did you see what came up? What the white people used to do? There's something they call as a matter of fact, while you're looking that up, there's something that they used to do to the Native American Indians. I'm gonna get into a little bit of fact checking on this, because I found this interesting. We may have heard of a lot of us Jakes may have heard of squatters.
Yeah, the ones who take up people's houses.
Yeah, but that's not nothing new. That's not that Esau. Let me find it. First, see if I can pull it up. Something they used to do Native Removal Act.
Oh, I got the meaning now.
What have you got?
For redlining.
Yeah, go on. Please bring it out.
Right. So on Google, when you search on what is redlining, it says redlining is a discriminatory practice where financial services such as mortgages, insurance, loans.
That thing there, that is a real how you say it, man? A real killer hindrance. Because when the woman, it was an Israelite woman. She was breaking down on TikTok. Yeah. Brother's been doing videos and stuff. That disfranchised us, messed us up. And after that, if Lord will remind me, look up 40 Acres and a Mule. And Lord will not get into more of this. This is like history, what disfranchised Israelites, why Jake has never recovered from it, why you got 2/3 ninjas behaving the way they did, because they never had a chance to, what they call it,
possess land.
Yeah, that. But there's another word. Have
a fair shot.
They call it an inheritance, to leave an inheritance to their, pass down an inheritance. Old money. Esau had old money, which they got from slavery, from the us working on the cotton field. Old money. So we had we was always behind. We was always chasing. Always trying to find some 40 acres and a mule. Anyway, let me take my time with this, Lord. So one thing at a time.
I got the 40 acres, but before that, redlining.
Yeah.
So redlining is a discriminatory practice where financial services such as mortgages, insurance, loans are systematically denied to residents of certain neighborhoods based on their race or ethnicity rather than individual qualifications.
Yep.
So that's what Esau's feeling right now.
Yep. That's why even up to this day, oh, that was history. No, up to this day, we're suffering for the consequences of that.
Yeah,
There's something that they call it something wealth, inheritance wealth, something like that.
Yeah.
Where you've been handed down money from generations to generations.
Yeah.
Where you get a leg up. And there's another thing that you don't get a leg up. Esau has a leg up. But now they're being disfranchised, and everything was happening to them. They're divorced, they're losing their cars, they're losing their jobs. It's because of you. That's literally what they're saying. It's all because of you.
So they're pointing the hand at us then.
Yep, because we're coming up.
Oh, yeah,
we're on our way up.
Now the tables turn.
The tables turn, which that's Ezekiel. No, that's 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. You don't got to get that, but just to put things in perspective, why Skepta and a lot of these people are turning into rap, turn to rap, and basketball and all these kinds of bread and circuses, because they haven't had a leg up in society. And even in that's all right. You do well for yourself, but you don't have an inheritance for your generations to come. A lot of them, they turn to vices. Amalekite exploits them. I done a video on the boxing yesterday, right? Which a lot of people are waking up. You know, that's another exploitative sport with a lot of politics when you get into the history of all of that. But people are waking up. That's the point. And we never had a leg up. So people are waking up, and we're coming to know that we are the royalty, the real royalty. Yahshua Allah, the children of the Most High,
royal
the royal people.
Yeah.
So I asked you to look up that thing as well. So redlining, I found it interesting to know. But all this is the criminal record that goes back to UEs, and you're gonna have to pay for that. Revelation talks about that. Revelation 6 and 5. Right, that's your criminal record. That's your background check. We be fact checking you now. Background checking you now.
How does it feel?
And as soon as you get on the cotton field, we're gonna know your history. You just by design, you're gonna have to get. I've said this before. My son is gonna have a good start in life because he's not gonna have no kind of mental defects.
Yeah, no more curses.
He's not gonna be under the curses. He's not gonna have what you call it, the trauma, because he's going to be able to get his foot, let his foot off on your ass, your generations, your children. Anytime there's something happening, he's not going to suffer from trauma. He's going to be he's going to have therapy straight away, right off the bat, and he's going to have his leg up because he's going to have his parents there backing him. He's going to know his royalty. I'll ask you to look something else up in it.
Yeah, this is you're gonna walk with confidence in Yahushua's kingdom.
Yeah.
Where it says 40 acres and a mule refers to a pivotal unfulfilled promise made during the American Civil War to newly freed African Americans, symbolizing, which are Israelites by the way, symbolizing reparations and economic justice.
We haven't had none of that, in no shape or form. Reparations. You still got people who are not, all right. In sincerity, they may be asking for reparations. We know we're not going to be getting no reparations on this side, but we are going to get reparations in the form of blood, and them paying back their debt to us in slavery, right? And it's going to be over a period of time. We're not looking for a bag and none of that folly. People who are not in the total know are talking about that reparations.
I got a bit more.
There's more.
Well. It says the plan was groundbreaking.
Yep.
It was the first systematic attempt to provide land and resources for economic self-sufficiency to the formerly enslaved. But it says here, however, the promise was short-lived after President Abraham Lincoln's assassination. President Andrew Johnson reversed the order, restoring most land to its pre-war white owners.
He's an infamous he was the one that was giving
Gad a problem.
Gad, but there's the name. I know the name. John Horse, the uprising he was one of the leaders freedom fighters. John
Correct.
Hulse for the Seminole Indians, the Reubenites.
So that's Reuben, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Reuben, yeah.
And they had to form they tried form treaties with him, but he wasn't. He was a diehard, and enough respect to him. But that was the guy that was giving him a lot of. Say the name again.
It was Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
President Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. This is got a precept here.
All right, and then we're gonna look up after that. The spirit. I just want to bring this out. What was called when America took the Native American Indian land? Get into some of that, because it has an effect on us today, psychologically, financially, as well. Disfranchised. Why Jake thinks he's got to sell in the music industry, in the acting. Well, he thinks that's the only way he can go forward, which that's terrible. That's terrible, man. So they done the redlining. They broke the promise of the 40 acres and the mule. Now there's another thing here, what they done to the American, so-called Native American Indians. We're gonna get into that, a little bit of that too, and it's all from the scriptures.
God, this is. Oh, let me double check this.
So we're putting it on digital, all these things, because you know what? It's exposing you devils. Right? This is your background check here on digital. So when we walk around now, you've noticed, but I was walking and moving around today. You can't look us in the eye. You now your head is down, right? Now your head, and you see us, and maybe you've seen us doing what we do, whatever. Now you see you can't. Your head is down because your criminal record is all coming out.
As Captain says, man.
Yeah.
For the workplace, the typical posture to have is shoulders back, neck forward. So that's what Esau's gonna be doing, man. Whenever he sees Jake, he's gonna have his shoulders back and then neck forward. What a flipping, what's the word? Humiliating posture, man. Jake was always the one lowering himself in front of Esau, but now it's gonna be the reverse.
Yeah.
Esau's gonna lower his head for us, because remember, in fact, I got the perfect precept for it. This is
go on.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 7. As you mentioned before, it says, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." And of course, the servants are Esau, Edom. That's why it says within the scriptures that the older shall serve the younger. So he's really the servant unto Jacob, man. He's the servant to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And of course, that spirit is out there where Yahweh Shem Yahshua is sending it for Esau to start humbling down. Despite his prideful nature, he knows that his system is done, is fully destroyed. So once again, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." So of course, the princes that are walking as servants, it's talking about the Israelites, man. Again, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, as well as the speckled bird out there, Jeremiah 12 and verse 9, the speckled bird out there, which are really Israelites, of whom may look like heathens, but actually Israelites. So the point is, the princes are Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and of course, that's not the right order. Of course, it's just for a temporary time in Esau's kingdom, but in Yahushua's kingdom, that's when the righteous order is going to be reinstated, where we're going to be on top, they're going to be on the bottom. And of course, you can see it in their eyes right now as you walk across them. Well, as you come across them, they then put their head down and they let you be. Anyways.
Now read that again, Baba Kusha, please.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 7. "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth."
Yeah, that's what's happening now. But people are waking up to it. Once again, in the corporate world, the business world, the corporations, in sports, people are waking up to it, man. Which we went into in the beginning of the week. There's another thing I want to bring out. Just get into a little bit of history, right? Because yes, we're going in this direction because I mentioned the criminal record of the East. This is the background check. Another thing that he did. And let's bring this one. This is called African Dodgers. I'll tell you what. This is a very fluent reader. And there's a lot of big words in there. Go on, bring it out, Baba Kusha.
Do you want me to use cold words?
No, don't use no codes.
Raw.
You just say what it is. It's all right.
Now talk about this.
Oh yeah, ninja. Say ninja. Say
Alright.
ninja for that one.
So I said. So it says.
Some brothers get away with it, but I wasn't getting away with it. But so
Okay.
I just learned to use cold. But anyway,
So African Dodger, also known as Hit the Coon
yep,
or Hit the Ninja Baby,
yep,
was a carnival game played in the United States. In the game, an African American would stick his head through a curtain
yep.
and attempt to dodge objects such as eggs
For those that's ever been to the fairground,
or
yeah,
funfair.
fun fairs and maybe even carnivals.
Yeah.
For those that just do that, into that, and you see they got coconuts and they're throwing a wooden ball to hit a coconut. Just imagine it never used to be a back in the day. It wasn't a coconut. It was a Jake's head instead. That's where these things come from.
Yep. It says through a curtain and it says an African American would stick his head through a curtain and attempt to dodge objects such as eggs or baseballs thrown at him by players. It was a popular carnival game from the 1880s up to the 1960s.
Right.
Says,
read up until when you finish, man.
It says the victims often suffered severe injuries,
Yep.
serious injuries. Smaller kit-based versions of the game were also sold to be played at home.
Serious injuries.
Come on.
So, what is it when you go into hospital and you're on intensive care?
Yeah,
That's serious injury,
Yeah, it is.
That's serious injury. So that's what they were doing. They're cold people. Esau is cold. That was a game to them. African Dodgers. I got it from my elder Apostle Gabar. He mentioned it in one of his sit downs, and I said, "All right, the order for that. Let me just do some fact checking on that future video." And it's coming out now. Another thing I fact checked. One more thing, and then we're gonna get back to the subject in hand, but this is in line with the subject in hand. Esau's criminal record. What has he done? The Most High is giving him power to take peace from the earth. It's actually on point.
That's what he's doing right now, with Iran.
Yeah.
He's trying to, of course, he's trying to disrupt the gas supply, because of course, Iran is close to that region where, of course, if you get in depth into it, they pretty much have an impact in terms of the gas exports, and of course, gas is also used in order to create fertilizer, and fertilizer would then affect the crops. So they said there was a man, again, seemingly Moab, I'll just call him a Moab for now, where he explained it, where, from the gas prices going up, that would then impact the crops, and then from the crops, that would then impact the world food supply as well.
Worldwide.
Yeah, because they want to remove America from having their hands on the supply of these things. Hence why they're invading their bases too. But anyways, it's a deeper topic than what I just said.
Well, we're on that snowball effect. Once again, it's a snowball effect. We're going to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
It's building momentum, building in size. But as what Elder said, it's the snowball is still a mini. It's a mini WW3, and we're going to see. If it's going to be that one. That is it going? Is this the one?
Yeah.
Anyway, but we do know that it is part of the prophecy, along with the other prophecies. Everything is lined up nicely. Yehoshua is the best chess player, and he doesn't take L's. One more bit of history, then I think we brought out enough on this. We're gonna start bringing it to a close. Too many topics, but I like to slip this one in as well. You can read this one. What was called when Americans took, because when we was at, before we opened the camera, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at a lot of these farms, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh,
that Esau be controlling.
True.
And I've been visiting farms, getting back into that ancient, because we knew all about that farming. And getting back into the ancient spirits jumping on me. Anyway, but like I'll be visiting farms. I'll be getting some good, for future,
quality.
If you can get local, if you're getting a local, just do research and you want to get the raw thing. I'm not going to say what at the moment, but all things raw, which I'm getting there, and I'm making progress in that as we do every year. We be learning something new. But when I was doing research on YouTube, the Esau Edomites, you got a famous dude too, which is named something Mac something, but he's a
Dr. Eric Berg, or is that another one?
Yeah, he's Eric Berg. I think he's He could be a Jake, but he might be a Edomite. But I made mention of a guy. We don't have, his name isn't important, but he's very famous, infamous over there in America for doing the stuff, all the roars that you can get. He must be a billionaire. You can just smell the money on him. But how did they get these farms? And a lot of others as well.
That's the question.
How did they get these farms? Read that, Baba Kushab.
So it says the question was what was called when Americans took the Native American Indian land?
Yep.
So what was it called? It says the forced taking of Native American land, particularly in 19th century.
There's something strange because it's not like it's just some brothers really are for the northern tribe, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm potentially a Judite.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, they're my brothers, man.
In the past life, you could have hanged around with northern tribe as well.
That's what I mean. You did say that to me before. You said I might have been a Reubenite in my last life.
Yeah.
I thought about that because that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were the Seminole Indians came from you might call it a joining of the so-called Judites in their uprising, the famous uprising of the Seminole Indians. Was a collaboration of Judah and so-called Indians, and they got together and they formed a treaty. They formed a unity to fight the oppression. So, you know, that's why you got brothers that think that they're Judites and they might be Reuben. Brothers think that you know what I mean?
It's true because Judah from obviously the captivity of the southern tribe in Western Africa. Some of them were also brought to South America as well. Yeah. Hence why those slaves, southern tribe and northern tribe, were also slaves together under Esau, Edom too.
Yeah, and that goes back into the scriptures. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so let me read this. It says the forced taking of Native American land, particularly in 19th century, was primarily called Indian removal, driven by the Indian Removal Act of 1830. It said the government policy and the resulting displacement, when they kicked out God.
Yeah, and that guy you mentioned his name earlier, he was
Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, he was ahead of that. Andrew Johnson. Boy, he can be on my cotton field. You know, he can make up for sort of a lot of that what he did. He headed that. Yeah.
It says the government policy and resulting displacement, often involving violent expulsion, are also described as ethnic cleansing, forced relocation, and in many cases genocide.
Yep, and how they got there was a thing. We mentioned squatting. Yeah. Because I remember in the 70s, it was in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Esau was known for just going into empty houses and just taking them over and doing his drugs in there, and and I think it's after a period of time. We don't go find out all the facts about it, but it was after a period of time they'd be known as being the owner. They can actually dwell there.
It's true.
By law.
Yeah, that's true.
You couldn't kick them out.
Squatters.
So that's what they do. They did it then in the 1830s to the so-called Native American Indians. And what they used to do, they used to stick a stake in the floor, right, and say, right, this is mine. Just simply come and just stick it and say, this is mine, and anybody around, any so-called Native, they kill them off. Yeah. This is mine, I claim it.
That's his nature. I got a precept.
So we opened up with woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. And we see these. A lot of them could be Jake 2/3. It doesn't really matter. The most sides against are the wicked. Yeah. Getting bombed down left, right, and centre. I'm gonna have to use some cold. They had us down bad in our other lives too. So the Most High is against them, as the scriptures say. We've got one more, and then we may just end on that. Bring out what you got though, Baba Kushab.
This is John. Based on the point that he made, this is John 10. Really links to everything that I've been talking about. Yeah. John 10 and verse 10 says, "The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly." Of course, Esau's going over there in Iran to steal and to kill as well as destroy too. He wants to try and remain in control, but Trump's receiving quite a backlash, based on his actions. So Esau, Edom, it's in his nature, the same as what he did to Gad as well in the land. He came over there to then steal the land, of course, to kill Gad and Reuben, as well as to destroy them as well, not just physically in terms of their land, but also mentally as well, man. You know, those are the warrior tribes as well. You know, Gad,
Yeah.
Reuben, and Manasseh as well.
Yeah, and it was ruthless to them.
Calm.
Yeah. So there's a promise. All right, you promised us 40 acres of the mules. You invented it was 1830 the Removal Act, the redlining, right? Some just to name a few, because there's probably I'm going to be doing some more research and fact checking and through the power and spirit of the Lord. I want to find out more about your history, right? Your background, you devils, right? You ain't gonna be able to look at me on the plantation in the kingdom. None of you gonna be looking in my eyes.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. Oh, and another thing I didn't remember. They had something called the laughing bucket.
Oh,
If Jake wanted to have a little, cause you know Jake
loves to laugh, man. I could testify to that, man. I could testify to that, but
you know, Jake wanted a little, wanted a little yah. Jake, Jake is happy. Just give him some chicken. That's a stereotype, by the way. I don't really agree with that. Esau liked chicken more than Jake, man. He liked watermelon. That's all stereotype, but it's all right. We brothers know what I'm saying, right? They love watermelon. They love chicken, right?
It tastes good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they act like it's only we do that and like it's a ninja thing. Nah. Anyway, Jake just wants his little laugh. Give him his little pleasures. He's happy.
Okay.
They wanted to take that. They said, if you want to laugh, you can't laugh sitting down in my face. That's what the Esau, but what do you call it? Taskmaster was saying. So they had something called a laughing bucket.
Yeah.
One of the elders brought that up a little while ago, and I fact checked it, and it's true. If you wanted to have because laughing is actually good for you.
It's medicine, yeah. Scriptures talk.
When you get into it, laughing is actually good for the mind, the body. It releases endorphins, and
it's a healing factor.
It's a healing factor when you get into so-called science of it.
Yeah.
And they wanted to deprive you of that. So none of you ain't gonna be laughing on my plantation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have ways. I'm gonna have ways to make you think, to stop you from laughing, just like as the Germans say. They love to torture people. Them Germans love torturing people. It's all right though. We are more creative than all of the nations.
Yeah. With spiritual power on top of that.
Yeah. So there's one more precept for me, and if you got more to say, by all means. So Jeremiah 51. Just hit the last one. You can read it in both the KJV and the NLT. And whatever you got, bring it out, Lord willing.
So Jeremiah 51, what verse again?
Jeremiah chapters 51 and verse 44. That's a good number as well. In the NLT and the KJV. And whatever else you got, and then you can close out. You can bring that out, and then you can close out.
Right, this is Jeremiah 51 and verse 44. Let me read it here. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 44. It says, "And I will punish Bel in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up, and the nation shall..."
You're planning for this NWO. That's your plan, right? This is all the confusion, the chaos you're flinging out there to get distraction from the Epstein files. There's other files too, the NAMBLA files, and there's a lot of other files, right? When you hear about the Epstein file, that's just like another distraction upon they got distraction upon the distractions. And the mini world war is a distraction from that.
There's layers.
This is a real serpent, devil, dragon, man. The scriptures don't lie.
It says Jeremiah 51 and 44, "And I will punish Bel in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up."
Yeah, all the things you swallowed up. We mentioned a lot of them. That's the criminal record, but also even your NWO. You're gonna now. There's a scripture that says that you ain't gonna get it in your mouth. But just in case you do get a little bit in your mouth, just a little taster, and it goes down, the Most High ain't playing with you. Now read that again in the NLT.
Okay, so this is Jeremiah 51 and 44 in the NLT. It says, "And I will punish Bel, the god of Babylon, and make him vomit up all he has eaten.
I like that. I like it. Yeah.
The nations will no longer come and worship him. The wall of Babylon has fallen.
I don't need to say no more. Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get to the fruits of your NWO. You ain't going to get the fruits of it. Any little taste and flavor you get, which kind of is a representation of what it's going to be like for you on the plantation, there's going to be no relief, no therapy for you, no kind of cool in a hot place.
Yeah.
And that's just how it's going to end for you, because you've had my video earlier on today. You've had a long run. You've had a long time up in. You've been in a long time. Now you have to be on your way down. That's how it's only fair. Most sides about that perfect balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bring
As
out
I say, you know, what comes up must come down, but that applies more so for Esau. You know, we've been down our whole lives, so of course, rightfully so, we'll be going up, and we are going up right now. And that's why they're feeling the curses more than us. Anyway, so Job, just is on the point as well, Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So again, you know, he's gonna think that he's gonna reach the pinnacle. Of course, the Most High is gonna shut down his whole operation. And he's gonna think that we're just about got it, but no, the limit is the MOTB, and that's that.
I'll just one more thing.
Yeah.
You can do it, right?
Mm.
One more thing in ChatGPT, because I want to bring it in a little bit more often. Ask the question: how many countries or nations has Donald Trump fired missiles on? I'm just curious. See what he says. You know, get the voice though. No, I want to hear the voice. I want to, because
I'll tell it then.
I stumped him in one of my previous videos. I want to see if I stump him with this.
So how many missiles?
Well,
how many
countries has Donald Trump sent missiles to?
All right.
Because that's why we're hearing about a mini world war.
Hold on. How many missiles has Donald Trump sent missiles to?
No, first of all, hold on. You got to ask. You got to say to chat, how are you or whatever. Let me ask the question first. Let me just see.
I'd always use this.
Yeah.
Take your time. Whenever you're ready, just let me know what your question is, and I'll be here to help.
Hi, chat. I got a question for you.
Absolutely, I'm ready. What's your question?
How many missiles has Donald Trump struck other nations with?
I couldn't find an exact total number, but I do know some key events. For instance, in April 2017, under Donald Trump, the U.S. launched 59 Tomahawk missiles at a Syrian air base.
Okay.
In his second term, there were hundreds of air missile strikes worldwide, though exact missile counts weren't specified.
All right, thank you, chat.
You're welcome. If you have any other historical or geopolitical questions, just let me know. I'm happy to dig in.
Yes, I do have one more.
Of course. Go ahead and ask. I'm ready to help with your next question whenever you are.
Has Trump got the record for being the most warlike president in history?
Yeah, we'll see.
Donald Trump isn't clearly the most warlike U.S. president in history, though he did authorize significant strikes like 59 missiles on a Syrian airbase in 2017 and operations in several countries during his second term. However, compared to presidents like Lincoln, FDR, or Truman, Trump's actions haven't reached that same scale in terms of total war or casualties.
Not yet.
All right, thank you, chat.
You're very welcome. If anything else pops into your mind, just let me know. I'm here for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can. If there's anything more you want to bring it out, Babu Kusha.
No, that's really pretty much it. You know. Well, of course, you know, as chat said, you know, not yet. Well, I said not yet when chat was saying, you know, Trump hasn't had as much casualties as other former presidents. You know, because with WW3, you know, the beast shall hate the horse. So these other nations as well, NATO and the EU, they're gonna go against Babylon, man. So there's gonna be, you already know, the casualties is gonna be through the roof. But anyways, Yara Tazar, you know, you bros found it edifying. You know, just get to the point with this one. You know, Yara Tazar, You know, we say Kal Halayimla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash, and double honors to the great Muslim apostles and the elder bishops. Shalom, shalom.